Hi guys, Kevin Lee Jacobs here. I have tons of blueberries in my garden and I really need to eat them up before the birds, squirrels, and woodchucks do. So today I'm going to make a fabulous French blueberry galette. First up, the all butter pastry crust. I hope you won't use store-bought ready-made crust for this recipe. In goes 1.5 cups of flour into a food processor, and then add a 1/2 cup of confectioner's sugar and a nice pinch of salt. That's about 1/4 teaspoon. And then put the lid on and pulse a couple of times. That's just to combine the ingredients. Then add 1 stick, that's 113 grams of butter, diced butter, cold diced butter. Put the lid on and pulse about 10 times just to break up the butter. Then add 1 beaten egg. Return the lid and turn the machine on and let it run just until the dough starts to mass on the food processor's blade. I think we're ready. We are ready. Then dump the dough onto a lightly floured surface. I'm using this really cool piece of canvas. It's called a pastry frame, except I don't use the whole frame. I'll show you this device in another video if you want. Form the dough into a ball, flatten it into a disc, and then grab a sheet of plastic, wrap the dough, and pop it in the fridge for about 30 minutes. Cold dough is much easier to work with than warm dough. My dough has chilled for 30 minutes, so onto the floured surface, which again for me is a canvas, and then we're going to roll the dough into a 13-inch diameter circle. When you roll dough, always roll from the center out to, about 1 inch from the edge. Don't roll all the way to the edge. Otherwise, your edge will be thinner than the rest of the dough. And there we have it. 13-inch diameter circle of dough. Fold the dough into quarters. Then put a piece of parchment paper on a rimless baking sheet. If you don't have a rimless baking sheet, just turn a regular sheet upside down. And we open up the dough. Pop this into the refrigerator for 20 minutes or so. And while the dough is chilling, let's make the filling. The filling starts with 1/2 cup of sugar. It's regular granulated sugar. And the zest of 1 lemon. And take your impeccably clean fingers and rub the sugar and the lemon together so that the sugar becomes infused with the gorgeous citrus aroma. Smells great. Take, how much is this? 2.5 tablespoons of cornstarch. That's a thickener. And mix that into the sugar. Maybe I should use a whisk. Then add about 4 cups of blueberries. And grab a spatula. And toss the blueberries into the dry ingredients just to coat them. We're good to go. And here's our chilled dough. And if you've ever cooked with blueberries. You probably know how much juice they exude in the oven. And since we don't want our galette to be overly juicy, you don't want juices running down everybody's lap at a picnic, add to the crust 2 tablespoons of instant tapioca. It's also sold as minute tapioca in most American supermarkets. Tapioca is great for absorbing excess juice. And then add the blueberries. And you want to leave, about an inch or an inch and a half border to turn this into a galette, which is really just a rustic or peasanty French dessert. You fold the border over the fruit, making pleats as you go. This is going to go into the fridge just long enough to preheat the oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'll be right back. The crust is nicely chilled, so give it a brushing of beaten egg. I didn't mix any water into this egg. Some people like to do that. I don't. Be sure to use a blue pastry brush. And for a final touch of glamour, sprinkle some sugar over the crust. You don't have to sprinkle it over the berries, they're sweet enough. And that's it. This goes into the preheated 425 degree oven for 25 to 30 minutes. The crust should turn golden brown. When your galette comes out of the oven, let it cool on a wire rack, 15-20 minutes, and then slide it onto a wooden board for easy slicing. I think this galette will be perfect with some whipped cream. Listen to that crust. It has a really nice, firm, almost cookie-like texture because we added egg to the dough. So let's cut a sensibly sized slice. Taste test. Oh man, it's good. You have to make this galette. And if you like this recipe, I hope you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'll see you next time with another delicious recipe. Bye for now.